Good morning from my smartphone to yours. I'm casting love from the Sirius Joy Garden Studios in Costa Mesa, California, and this is your Tuesday Namaste Today. Good day and namaste, and welcome to Namaste Today. I'm your host and spiritual life coach, Christopher Witecki. My modality is psychic astrology, and my personal mission is to stand in my heart and help unite the light. This webisode is for Terrific Tuesday, March 8th, 2016, and today the Great Human Walk has progressed to Step 18 Pisces. Hello friends, thank you so much for logging in. Today is a powerful day. We are experiencing a total solar eclipse in the consciousness of Pisces. For those who are just joining me, hello. Pisces is the subconscious state of awareness that connects human beings to spirit. And every year when we get the sun in Pisces, we kind of clear out this subconscious spiritual energy. Well, with this solar eclipse, my friends, in the next 24 hours, it's kind of like a grand slam, a booster shot of energy in whatever you love and decide you want to act on, which adds to a 9. So the universe is basically sponsoring whatever person wants to do. But before we talk about today's vibe and the planets later today, let's start with a shout out. I was to two Lightwalker ladies who actually both watched the show and were viewers and also clients, and now they have their own spiritual radio show called Spiritual Ecstasy. So this is an honor. A lot of people I see go on to do their own spiritual shows and take off, and these ladies are. I was a guest on their show Spiritual Ecstasy. It tapes downtown in Hollywood, and I just want to do a shout out to Lightwalkers Misty Cooper and Rebecca Drew, both fabulous ladies, very interesting, and brought the compelling out of me. If you'd like to see the interview, I'll be posting it on my website at soulgarden.tv, and also if you follow me on my Facebook at soulgarden.me. So let's move on to today's vibe. Today's vibe is sunny and mystical. Sunny and mystical. I think it's going to be a bright, sparkly, kind of strange day. I think everyone can feel a solar eclipse. I think everything feels strange. You feel the earth slow down. So there's going to be a mystical mysticism. It might be partly cloudy where you are as well. I think sometimes it gets very cloudy. We have weird energy and light during these times. But it's going to definitely be kind of out there. My heart is deciding on what I love and what I want to act on. That's Step 18 Pisces. It's time to decide what you love and what you're willing to put your spiritual energy into. This will, of course, turn into immediate manifestation with Jupiter. We'll be talking about that. Today, I'm feeling the decision, and I'm feeling my spiritual commitment in my entire soul. So you should be feeling it, walking the talk, definitely being what you feel is best. I'm open to where I spiritually belong today. Venus is at Step 25 Aquarius, so beautiful 7 there on this day. I'm open to where I spiritually belong. I'm open to where Spirit wants me. I'm thinking about what I'm thinking about. Mercury's at Step 5. So this is when Mercury is at Step 5, it means that our mind is purely clear and available to be programmed for what we want. So it's a kind of different, its Grandmaster step is actually the step you can take over the mind. So our minds can be influenced today at Step 5. If you're interested, Step 14 and Step 23 would be the other two steps that would be able to do that. And I am loving the adventure that is beginning. Mars is at Step 0 Sagittarius. This 24-hour period is going to start and basically start the manifestation of what people have been working on for new beliefs now for about almost a year. So you're going to start and see manifestation of new beliefs. Very exciting stuff. I'm learning right now to manifest what I desire. And that is the opposite of Jupiter at Step 18 Virgo. We are learning what we decide. We are learning, to manifest what we decide and believe in. That's basically what it is. We're learning to manifest what we decide and believe in, and we're learning how to do that. That's where the learning is today. So your joy quest in this whole solar eclipse, should you choose to accept it, is be what you wish to come. Be what you wish to come. The truth of the matter is you don't have to know everything about manifestation. You just have to be that success now. You have to be that happiness now. You have to be that joy now. And when you be what you want to come, particularly on Lightcast Day, even more particularly on a solar eclipse, you will see, in my opinion, sprouts of that manifestation in 40 days. Sprouts come up that quickly. So let's move on to today's topic, where I'm going to give you a little extra of review of what I know about lightcasting reality. Today's topic is lightcasting reality, creating opportunity from nothing. And this is my life's work, to be honest, and a big premise of my book, The 11 Steps to Serious Joy, which I'm finally starting to settle in now and start to think about again. It's just been such a hayride the last year. But I've worked on how does consciousness turn into reality? How do things manifest from thought to reality? We all had, The Secret, and we talked about vision boards, and we talked about manifesting, but no one really talked about the architecture of how it incarnates. So I'm very interested in how things incarnate and how things manifest. And I want to give you my tips that I have learned so far in this next 24 hours so you can manifest your realities, okay? So first of all, the first thing you need to know is, step one, what you be is what comes. At the end of the day, you can pretend. This is where they say fake it till you make it. It's not really fake it. You must be it. But you must be it, and you can hold being it until it comes. And that means you could be a doctor inside yourself and hold that until the opportunities for a doctor to come, or you get taken to jail as a teenage kid. I just see that kid. But this could be if you want to be wealthy, which is what a lot of people want to be. That would mean that you walk around being wealthy inside, and you be wealthy all day long. All right, and just because you be wealthy doesn't mean you spend a lot of money, right? So be what you want to come. The second thing I know are the 11 steps to serious joy. And these are the 12 states of awareness, which all must be programmed, in my opinion, with your intentions. And I'll go through them very quickly, just so you know. You must always align these 12 states of awareness with what you want to come. And actually, when you do align these 12 states, you tend to be it very easily, because the last step is become. You become it. So the first is you protect. That's step 0. People have asked me, what are the steps? Here we go. Step 0 is I protect. That's the first one. So you have to draw a circle around what you want to create. Step 1, I love. You have to love what it is that you want to create in the protection. Step 2, I feel. You have to feel that love that you want to create in the protection. Step 3, I believe. You must then believe with your whole being that this is what you want. Step 4, I belong. You must know where it belongs in the world and aim for it, where the heart belongs. Okay? We've talked a lot about that. It's a toughie. Step 5, I think. The smartass has to be in complete concert with the manifestation. Step 6, I receive. You must be open to receive it from the universe and stay in a state of gratitude in order to stay open. So gratitude is the attitude of receiving. Step 6 is basically gratitude, but it's I receive. Step 7, I sense. Whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, you should sense that the universe is in concert with you. Step 8, I decide. This is a tricky one. I decide that you don't want to manifest everything else, basically. So step 8 is really deciding that you don't want certain things. And people go, that's a negative, but that's how reality works. It's built on negative and positive. And in manifestation, where's the negative? It's actually Capricorn. So you negate what you're not going to do in step 8. You say, it's not this, it's not that. And a lot of times for people and clients, they're breaking away from, it's not codependence, it's not this, it's not that. And you want that. You want to say, those are your nots in that case, and the nots create the pros. Step 9, I act, I am. So whatever it is you're manifesting, you are willing to act on it, you are it, okay? You are it in action. And that means you be ready to act and react based on that principle. So if I'm manifesting a new house, I am a homeowner in action. I am ready to talk like a homeowner any moment I get into Home Depot, anywhere. I am the homeowner now, okay? Step 10, I manifest, which is a compound step of I love and I protect. So it's on step 10 you go, okay, I love all of this, and I protect all of this. So what you're doing on step 10 is you're consciously actually putting a lid from the 0 to 10 on all of that as your spell, let's say. And it is kind of a spell, I think, in a way, in creating and manifesting. And then finally we get to step 11, where I become it. All right? Or I love it and I love it some more. Step 11. I love it and I love it some more. I love it and I love it some more. And basically you stay in the state of I become. That is, what you be is what comes. So you become what you want to have come, and you just stay there until it arrives. All right? So let me, last couple tips and we'll move on. Step 3, or what one should know, a third idea one should know, that's not a step. You want to fill your heart with love when you're love casting and hold the note. So, that could be from laughing, you're seeing Bella, whatever brings love in your heart, you want to have love in your heart as the tone that you hold when you're manifesting. And then finally, as far as your mind is concerned, a couple of wizard's tips. When you decide you're going to manifest something, the reason why you're doing it is because you said so. Because I said so. So it's always because I said so. And as you end and come out of like what you're wishing for, you say, I thought so, right? Which is basically putting yourself in space-time ahead in the future, looking back at it already complete. And that little wizard's trick is important because it's detachment, and it's also setting in motion the future. And you've probably had little tricks like that too. Finally, I'll just say that after you light cast your reality, gratitude is the attitude of receiving. So you wait really in gratitude for everything you have. And I always say that to my clients, and that's what gratitude's really about. I understand. It's not that God wants to shame us into being grateful. It's that to actually let it in the door, that's what you have to do, is be grateful. Gratitude is what opens up the door. So if you can't be grateful, maybe that's a creator's way of not giving people instant power, right? All right, friends, I'm very excited. Let's now move on to the Zen Den, take a look at the planets, and see how this solar eclipse is going to go. And welcome to the Zen Den. We're going to take 3 breaths, but before we do, I am putting a royal blue flame around us to surround and protect us. And in this royal blue flame, I am bringing golden light of love and giving that to you for your journey today. I hope that helps you out. And you can see that with your third eye because I'm bright today for that. And let's take 3 breaths, and I'll have an affirmation for you. Oh my goodness. So let me give you an affirmation today that will help you on your way and with the solar eclipse. Today I decide and commit to my entire forgiveness, and so it is. Today I decide and commit to my entire forgiveness, and so it is. I think that is the default that you want to go to. No matter what you're manifesting, you must come from total self-forgiveness, and that you have no judgment of yourself as you're requesting this next thing from the universe, and that you are compassionate and loving to yourself. And this is something I'm practicing myself all the time, okay? So let's look at the overhead projector and see what the planets have to say. But actually, I'm going to share a little story with you because today there will be no planet. When I went into my 3 breaths and I went deep, I was like, so what's the planet today? And I get apple. And the reason why that's funny is because Bella has been getting little apple treats, and I think Bella sent me that she was telepathically telling me for an apple, just so my guides didn't get in. She got in the way, so maybe tomorrow, folks. So let's look at this. We are on approach here, countdown, if you will, for, I call it Lightcast Day. It's the new moon, and it's a solar eclipse today. It is all the above. It is the creation of a new cycle, very powerful. And it will be at step 18 when it climaxes. So this is what you love, and 8 what you decide, and this is what you're willing to act on. Now this is also in concert with Chiron at step 20. And Chiron is clearing the healing for what we feel and if we feel protected or exposed with step 0. So right now, Chiron is helping us with what we feel and whether or not we are exposed. We'll be talking about our Chiron healings here. Chiron and the Sun are going to date for a couple of days here, which is super nice. But the point is that in this magical moment, energetically, we all feel healing, hallelujah, right around the corner. Everyone feels this right around the corner. And we're creating this reality, and we're creating this big beat where hallelujah is always around the corner, always around the corner. Now, that's an interesting instrument that keeps people going, you know? Now, directly opposing this, which doesn't have to be on a new moon, I mean, heavenly body directly opposing it, is Jupiter at step 18 also, which adds to a 9. And this is retrograde, so technically this is us giving instruction to reality, saying we're going to change reality. It's going to change. We're going to rebuild it. We're going to we're going to rebuild this country. We're going to all that talk of building and infrastructure, all this stuff. A lot of that's Jupiter, honestly, saying to everyone. I would say that if politics were calm, we'd probably have a lot of stuff about rebuilding infrastructure right now. That's just part of the Jupiter stuff. But whatever this decision is going to be the rebuild. Okay. And as you can see, we have another planet, Uranus, at step 18 in Aries. That adds to a 9 also. So this also gets us pregnant with the new ego. And the new ego is the new wombed man or the new man inside of us, the newest, latest, and greatest of what man can be, right? And so, it could be the millennials coming out and starting to have an influence too in some sort of direction. But what's interesting about it is, next month the sun's in Aries, so we're gonna see this. We're basically getting pregnant, the new baby, the new Aries with this event. So this is creating that. Venus is at a holy step 25. Step 25 is the highest spirit number we can get in Aquarius. So we are receiving basically where we belong on the highest level. And this is the last interesting thing, Mars. Mars is at step 0, Sagittarius. Now, step 0 is basically a cosmic number. It's a mystical number. When things happen in 0, they stay in 0. It's kind of like Vegas energetically. A lot of wizards charts, when I see wizards charts, they have lots of zeros. I mean, not everyone's going to go check their charts, but there's a lot of zeros are a magical number, and when you know what you're doing. But the point is like vortexes kind of open. All of our male energy goes down to 0, and vortexes kind of open. So magic is happening, and what that vortex is that opens is really the start of this belief structure we've been working on for nearly a year. So it's like, okay, we've been believing we need a better country. We've been believing we should do this and we should do that. Mars and Sag is like, okay, who's really going to do it? Who's really going to actually walk the talk? And that's kind of what Mars in Sag is. It's going to separate very quickly in politics and on the ground those who walk and those who talk. And the ones who can follow their talk up with walk with Mars will. And some people will have a lot of energy from Mars where they wouldn't have before. So it kind of gives squirmy people a little bit extra advantage because they have more strength to walk their talk. When normally they wouldn't have walked their talk had Mars not been in Sag. Right? So it kind of sets things up on the negative way there, too, if you think about it that way. The last thing I'll just call is that Pluto's at step 17. And step 17 means that we must be listening to spirit in our boundaries and in our decisions. So make sure spirit is in every boundary and in every decision. All right. Thank you, my friends. I'm so grateful for being part of your life. Today, if you're a follower, serious joiner, as I like to say, in my network and I watch over you, your eye candy at 3 o'clock will be dumbass tips. Tips for your dumbass. That's because it's a step 18 day, which means we're basically on an ego day. I was born on a step 18 day, so I'm kind of grateful for this. But tips for your dumbass so you can make sure you don't fall into your dumbass traps. And I want to remind everyone I'm having a solar eclipse sale right now. $50 off my normal reading price. And a lot of people I've noticed that came in the door and who had readings the last 2 weeks, a lot of people had a lot of solar eclipse exchange, a lot of Chiron and Pisces. This eclipse is really a turning point for a lot of people. You might be feeling that. You might be feeling the call. I think Bella is the background. She's having a great day. And I certainly am. So come on down to soulgarden.tv if you'd like to purchase a reading and click on services. Hey, Bella. All right, my friends. Well, I do love you and I appreciate you. Have a good eclipse. I will see you in 24 hours with more. Until then, I love you and live, love, be.